Monday, the 27th of May, the new season begins. Going back to folk football, transfers, all that good stuff. Even got a bit of a formal look on here for the transfers beginning. But we're going to talk about Idah, Balogun, Shankland, everybody, all the contract players, who's going to re-sign, who's going to leave, who's going to come in, all that good stuff. Let's talk about it. Let's get it done, shall we? Let's get it done. Let's talk about it. Get your questions in, get your queries in, all that good stuff. Looking forward to it. Wee bit of transfer talk of the night. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. What are we going to get, man? Oh, TikTok, Todd. Email. Last day, confirm your age to keep your TikTok account. I wonder if Todd Cantwell's going to have to do that. Probably. But the new season begins, guys. We've got a bit of confirmation about one player, of course. You can probably guess who that is. Let me just get the chat up on my phone, and I will start this right here, right now. So yes, Leon Balogun has officially re-signed with Rangers. I wanted to let him go. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise, because again, decent servant. Is he our best centre back when fully fit? Yes, but again, I think it's time to let go. I've re-signed Balogun. We're going to put this up for a poll because that is pretty much official. Everywhere is reporting it. Exclusive Rangers star Leon Balogun signs new contract as Philippe Clement keeps a hold of veteran defender for another season. I don't think that's good. I mean, not that he's bad. I mean, he's 30. He's 35, man. He'll be 36 soon. That's what Clement said about him back in early May. Leon is somebody who showed every day the right mentality, the right passion for the club, so that can be something that is on the table at the end of the season also. But as the end of the season that we can really make a good evaluation about everything and everybody, it's going to be a very interesting period in that way for us to make the right decisions for next season also. To see how everybody trains, plays, behaves, works, shows resilience. Clement's boring me, I'm sorry. What the fuck? Won't be successful with this club, so we need the right players in the building. All right. Also, it looks like the SPFL Trust Trophy, whatever that's called, where you bring in some Welsh, Irish teams, etc. That is out the window, isn't it? Looks like that's being axed in terms of that, and also serial dessers, man. What about that wee video that was earlier? Serial dessers, talking absolute mince. Oh, the gap's not that big. That's one thing if a pundit says it, but see him saying it, then why is no one making a difference then? You know what I mean? Why is no one making a difference out there on the pitch? But yeah, we're looking at about a 50-50 split here for Leon Balogun. So is what it is. Will more be made? Oh, good old Jim Ross. But what about Adam Idah, guys? We kind of covered Leon Balogun, 3.5 minutes in. I got 11 viewers. Get your comments in, get your super chats in, get your everything in, and we'll get through everything. The support is greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciate it. 16 viewers, get your comments in. Oh, I'm seeing images of a corner that wasn't even the corner that got disallowed circulating, and people are falling for it. Oh, Nick Walsh is standing here. Why didn't he see it? Yeah, no, exactly happening. I travelled the world at top of my sport, but my mate made more at Tesco. I wonder who that is. I mean, what is that all about? Greg Taylor talking about Todd Cantwell. He says he said a few things I didn't like. There you go. He said a few things I didn't like, and he got stuck in. Absolute disgrace, this is. I get the comment. Where's the comments in? Why was it on top chat? Some messages, such as potential spam, may not be visible. Instagram, Yanis Haji's posting on Instagram. We've got everything open here. We're looking. Fan funding, no, there's been no fan funding yet. Not as follows. But Adam Idah, what about Adam Idah, troops? Should Celtic re-sign him? We'll put that up for a poll soon. We'll leave that poll to run a wee bit. But here, you know what? We were sceptical of Adam Idah early on in his Celtic career. Football, we have to admit it. We were saying he's not that good. But you know what? The guy stepped up when it mattered. 2 crucial goals against Hibs, 2 crucial goals against Motherwell, scoring against Rangers. The guy has stepped up absolutely massively, and that's what happens when you go and score goals. That's what happens when you bring a striker in. He's only 23 a day. He's for Ireland. I mean, how much? For some reason I thought he was older, but I think I don't want Celtic to sign him, which tells you what I think of Adam Idah. The guy knows how to put it in the back of the net. Is we are nearly 6 minutes into this game, and he supports Celtic. He grew up supporting Celtic. That is a very Celtic-esque signing you would want to make, a player that gets it. Rangers need a few of them instead of shite bags, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Absolutely not. We've got a poll result. Let's see here. So, should Rangers have re-signed Balogun? 53% voting yes, 47% voting no. God damn. As we've got 32 people in the chat, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Watching. I need people in the chat. There's not been a comment so far. Come on. Get your comments in. I'll read them all out. Your transfer talk, whatever you want me to talk about, it will get addressed. I'll go through a few comments. Are Celtic still champions? Well, they are, but here the new season's begun. Let's forget about last season. Why do we want to dwell on it? Big Joe, a legend. What do you make of Joe Hart? Who are Celtic going to replace with Joe Hart, by the way? Who will replace Joe Hart? Look at that fired in. It's a goal for Joe. Where's Celtic Soul? I knocked him out in the first round earlier. That's where he is. This is the first time I've been sober in about 3 weeks. It's a go for Joe. I'll probably get pissed tonight, Joe. Mate, I read that as he's resigned, as in he's left his job, fuck's sake. Well, a lot of people probably didn't want Balogun to resign. He is old, and you know what? Of all the players that we could have re-signed of that age and of tenure at the club, I know he just rejoined, but here he's had a few seasons at Rangers now. You'd much rather Balogun re-sign than Jack, than Lundstrom, and other players like that. At the end of the day, absolutely seems to be the way of the world. But what are we making of this SPFL Challenge Cup? I don't even know what that's called. What's happened to it? It's get turned upside down. What else is going on here? So yeah, we've also got Jose Cordoba set for medical as Lefeski Sofia Star faces transfer rush to keep hectic summer schedule. Now it looks like Rangers are going to pay $2 million for that. Bin that made up song, the most successful team in football. We will surpass that. Yeah, I mean, it's not just banners, it's everything. Everything Rangers have had has been took away from them, and it's all their own fault. It's all their own fault. I can sit here and cry about it and bitch about it, which I will do. I won't cry necessarily, but here, very avoidable. Very, very avoidable. You need to sign correct players, need to get rid of players, and no one's left their job. It's Leon Balogun. Right, Leon Balogun has re-signed. And it's right. Well, I hope Ryan Jack's leaving. I really hope he is, but Norwich obviously interested in Jose Cordoba. They'll want to get the deal wrapped up quickly, though, because Cordoba jets out to join the Panama squad in Spain for their pre-Copa America training camp. I could not care less about it. Copa America is something that's never interested me, by the way. Bulgarian sources claim Lefeski are set to bank around 2 million, number 1.2 million in add-ons, not like that. Cordoba will be the third addition at Ibrox this summer after the arrival of Brazilian left-back Hefty and Mohamed Diamonde. Of course, he's on a permanent basis. So, I mean, what you could argue from a Rangers perspective is we've already signed 3 players. Hail, is Big Phil quit or something? No, Big Phil's no quit. Smell the glove. He's no quit. Would Celtic fans want Big Phil to quit? That is the question. 4 games, no wins. I have to wait and see. Will we be sitting here in October saying we should have got rid of him earlier? But I don't think many Rangers fans want rid of. Come on, but there's a decent portion that are on the edge or have already tipped over 55 viewers. Thank you, everybody. Everybody. Is he going to pass it though? Is he going to pass the medical? Jose Cordoba. Hopefully he does. Rangers need as much help as they can get. There's not much happening in terms of transfer news. I mean, I guess we could talk about Lawrence Shankland. To be fair, what's anybody get any questions about any transfer news? I'll answer them as best I can. At least I'll try to. Who's going to win the championship next season? You've got Dunfermline, Partick, Airdrie, Greenock, Hamilton, Falkirk, Ayr, Livingston, Queen's Park, and Raith Rovers. So I mean that's a lot of diddy teams, isn't it? I hope it's just not Livy that go up. I've got no real. The Spiders, Queen's Park, fancy Queen's Park. Hail, Brunei, Ayr might do something. Clement is in talks with MK Dons, needs to further his career. He's going to go to MK Dons. Oh, Scott Brunei, what will he do? Scott Brunei. What can he do at Ayr United? The future. I'm watching Still Gaming. The ball's on the background. What was that one-hit wonder song you brought out in the 80s? What song did I bring out in the 80s? Enlighten me. Enlighten me what song I brought out in the 80s. I wasn't even around the 80s, big man. You can correct it to out, son, but I have no idea what you're on about. Aztec. That's the extent of our ambitions, for fuck's sake. Re-signing Balogun. John's in here. Already Clement is making an arse of things. Yeah. As I touched on earlier, I didn't want Balogun re-signed. I guess it's not official, but it pretty much is official. But it's a sad day when my only excuse for the re-signing of Balogun is, well, there's worse people they could have re-signed. I shouldn't have to say that. But that's what it is. As the poll suggests, 55% think Rangers should have signed Balogun, while 47% have said no. You look at Balogun, but the problem is, right, there's no guarantee Rangers are going to get rid of Goldson, right, or Davies, even though we should. But with Balogun being out of contract, you can get rid of him. Rangers need a complete overhaul at the back, and Balogun was the only guy out of contract. And that tells me, like, are we really going to get rid of Davies, Goldson, or Suter? I wouldn't be surprised, right, if Rangers rock up to next season with the same back four. Like, well, not the same back four, because I think that will change, but the same 4 defenders in there. It's shocking. Might bring in. Well, I mean, I know Cordoba, right, but apart from Cordoba, I think we'll struggle to get rid of them. Balogun is Rangers' best defender. Balogun a signing for the future. You're actually alright to listen to for a Hun, my man. Aye, Stevie, it's pretty bad. Shows a real lackey ambition. 67 people in. Who's no a Hun? You're referring to me. You're very wrong. But Leon Balogun, it's just a weird one, isn't it, man? It's not up to much, man. Rangers haven't confirmed it, but everywhere else has pretty much confirmed it. And again, if you're struggling, it just seems like a fucking disaster. That's what it seems like with Balogun. I think the fact we're keeping Balogun tells me we're going to keep everybody else. So it looks like a 1 year. I mean, thank God it's a 1 year deal. Anything more than a 1 year deal would have been absolutely ridiculous. It would have been absolutely monumental. He's 35, Leon Balogun. I believe Leon Balogun is he turning 36 or is he just turned 35? He turns 36. Blue Nose Stevie, fair enough. He turns 36 in June. So when we start the season, Leon Balogun will be 36. That is a disaster in my opinion. I'm a Celtic fan. I like your channel. That's kind of finished, yeah. Cantwell needs it. Lol. Too much for the Barbie. Too much for the Barbie on the big stage. Needs to stick to TikTok. Yeah, well, I want Cantwell it. Yep, Balogun is Nigerian. Just can he not win a cup? Can he win a league next season, Leon Balogun? I don't know, man. That's why I like it. Everyone, when the Rangers need a rebuild, seriously, man. If we're going into games next season with Cordoba, Partners, and Balogun, is that the best case scenario for Rangers right now? I'm worried. I was telling someone about your channel on Rangers Radio the other night, Stevie, spreading the word. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Well, he'll be 45 then. There is a player somewhere in Dessers. I think it's not easy getting 20 plus. Yo, see with Cyril Dessers, I would probably keep him as like a third, second choice striker, but he can't be numero uno. All right, he cannot be numero uno. It's my nose start to itch there. He cannot be numero uno. At the end of the day, he can't be. He's not good enough. We need Lawrence Shankland. Lawrence Shankland. They're going to end this poll. Who should Rangers? If Rangers had any sort of ambition, right, and some would argue the money's no there, okay, you go out and sign Miovski and Shankland, boom. Who should Rangers sign? Be great if the Rangers could just go out and sign Miovski and Shankland. It's not going to happen. I'm going to put up for a poll. Miovski. Oh, Miovski. Shankland. Boom. The guy said he was going to check you out. I was saying your channel was great because you tell the truth with no BS. Absolutely. No BS. Definitely they need a Morelos or someone back or Shankland. Rangers need someone up front. I'm not too convinced that they're going to get it, to be honest. So singing wee Dexter theme songs here. Rick Astley, 80s singer. Oh, I know who Rick Astley is. I didn't need to say 80s singer. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Rick rolled. Celtic fans are the real Huns. If you know your history, you tell them, mate. I'm back. Nero's back. Random update. Nobody cares, but I've took up writing and it's coming quite well. Took up writing what? Books? Memoirs? What, son? What are you writing? What are you fucking writing? What are you writing, right? What's the best place for transfer news? Because there's not really much happening. Your comedy gold, I like that as well. No bullshit, mate. Even when you're slagging my team. I see. I like you, Ryan. You know what to say. See, not the difference is I can joke about any team. I can even joke about. I've ripped the piss out of Rangers. See, the past couple of weeks, I've ripped the piss out of Rangers more than any other team. Because you know what? You need to be able to take it, and there's nothing wrong with having banter. See these people that say, "Oh, if you joke about your team, you're not a real fan." Fucking wise up, man. I mean that's pathetic. You go back to eating your fucking counting your Cheerios, eating your Cheerios, and clapping Tavernier off the pitch after another shite season. That's what they should do. You know, if someone wants to comment Rangers or Deed or whatever, you know, and that we're skint, I'm not going to take it bad. Some people would. You know, I see it as a bit of banter. Now, obviously, some people might go a bit extreme, but I'm not going to go greet about it. It's basically a full rebuild. Need it. Don't know where to start, to be honest. Oh, Joe, I'm going to jump through that screen, son. Is it basically a full rebuild? I took up writing stories, older styled ones, cowboy stories, like the Duke, John Wayne. I grew up. Miovski would at least carry some sort of resale value, and he's a better all-round football. That's true about Miovski. Why not sign them both? Why not sign them both? Do you mean who? Oscar Isla, Rick Ashley, no bad. That was no bad. I appreciate it. Rick Ashley's pretty much a one-hit wonder, though, isn't he? He has that other song. I can't remember. I was listening to it the other day. I say I was listening to it. Somebody put it on the other day, and I was like, "Fuck!" Didn't even know he sung that. I'm a Celtic fan, my man, and get it stinking at work. I work with some sticky buns, but it's brilliant. Sticky buns. I reckon we could kidnap Lookman, make him play for Rangers. He'd obviously rather die though. Yeah, Lookman, really, I mean, fantastic performance in the Europa League final. You cannot complain with that. It was incredible. You know, Leverkusen got caught flat-footed, so to speak, and got absolutely scudded. What's going on here? Microsoft account. Down, 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 down. Nae horror ones, mate. Particularly based in Edinburgh, Berlin, and Paris. I lived in Berlin for a week once, and I've been to Paris 6 times. Hold on here. What's going on there? I feel Aberdeen would want 8 million off Rangers for Miovski. How would the fish supper and that wee knob still give it? Aye, that was brilliant. Don't worry about that. Stevie, Scott Wright still a shite bastard? Yes. I don't understand the logic in bringing in the boy for Bucharest is untested in Scotland when Miovski has proved he scores goals in this league. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just having the. I don't even know what's going on here. Unusual signing activity for France. That's no good. It's not what we're here for. Went on the Jersnet podcast last night and after they still wanting to happy clap tab after that and said that's what they said the other night. Guy accused me of lying when it was in there. Well, but see, that's pathetic though, if they've actually accused you of lying. The proof will be in the pudding. They'd still want a good few off Celtic, they'd be bastards to Rangers, I suspect. Separate entity in the 70. Right, RFC, hold on. I need to. Down. For fuck's sake. Sorry, I need to verify an email here, so I'm trying to multitask. I was early teens during the Sooners Revolution in the 90s, so I had to learn to have a humour about Celtic. Aberdeen is not a good team. I don't get why people say they have a squad similar to us. The team is not even close to St Mirren. You get them told. I don't think Shankland would have been the same impact for Rangers, to be honest. He's one of the best to a bad bunch of hearts. I think there's better players at Rangers. He would get fucked. Nah, I'm going to strongly, and I mean strongly, disagree with that. If he's producing those numbers at Hearts, he will easily produce those numbers at Rangers, man. You can't. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. Don't show this again, boom, right, I think that's me sorted then. Aye, he lied. Heart's a bad bunch. He lied, said he never got told everyone to get real and stop getting on Tav's case. Then I got a timeout, so I couldn't comment again. Then some further accused me of being a Tim because I was slagging Tav. See, that's pathetic, man. Why is people trying to sign in for fucking Italy, man? Won't Tavernier and Shankland fight too much over the penalties? They might. They might. Android. Who the fuck's trying to sign in for Italy? You got the exact bear, just Brian. Tavernier's a loser, Hall of Famer. I'd sell Dessers and remember his age. We never sell at the right time. This summer we must get quality strikers. Frankie, the Jersnet podcast admin, is a daft wee fud. It was him who said that crap. Well, that is pathetic, isn't it? That is utterly pathetic, troops. Just need to change my password here, so no way. What do you mean I used an old password? What are you on about? Boom. Not now. Yeah, I've had this problem before. No, what I think that is? I think because I was playing Modern Warfare 2 the other day, right? And it was a mod at lobby. And you may be wondering what I'm talking about. Modern Warfare 2 2009, not the new one. And I think because it was a mod at lobby, they get your email and they can fuck about it. Anyway, simple question: who inspires more, Calmac or Mogadone Man Tavernier? No chance he can vote for anybody. No. But see, hearing Callum McGregor say here, I want to go get our cup back next season. That's what it should be. That's exactly the way it should be. But it's pathetic. Tavernier tucks his tail in between his legs. And it's like, see when Sterling came out and called the team shit, that's exactly what Tavernier should be doing. You know? Exactly what he should be doing. But it is what it is, as I'm trying to delete these emails here. Don't want any other emails. Delete them. Boom. Sorted. Anyway, let's go back to talking about the football. So shite you bottled a 3-1 lead, Ryan. So shite we play Celtic twice. Nero, I'm pretty sure Ryan supports Celtic. So shite you've finished third, mate. What are you arguing about? What happened a few weeks ago, Jaffrey? Celtic pumped Hearts 3-0. Still games on the background, but it's at like one volume. I don't know how anyone could hear it. Do you not think guys like Calmac is overrated and just looks good because the stand overall is so poor? That's what I like about your channel, Stevie. Not wanting to ban folk for having an opinion. Yes, John. Yeah, we have said on this channel for ages that we think Callum McGregor's overrated. I do. I genuinely think he's overrated. He's held in such a regard, right, that you would think he's held in a regard that you would think he's like the top 5 midfielders in the world. You know, but you know what? That's Rangers' fault and other teams in the league's fault for letting Celtic just walk over the top of them. And again, that falls at our doorstep because Rangers realistically are the only team that can challenge Celtic consistently, and we still can't even do it consistently. Can't even do anything. We're pathetic, and yeah, we're making them look a lot better than what they are. But yeah, that always happens at the end of the day. Sterling is leaving to organise the Tory election campaign due to his PR skills. Yes, mate. Pumped them 3-0. Did you hear that, Jaffrey? Ryan and Jaffrey getting stuck in. Oh, top 6. So Callum McGregor comes in at 6th place in the world in terms of midfielder. So there you go. Brilliant. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hooked up. So was I, mate. We're all joking here. Right, back to some transfer news. What is happening? Brendan Rodgers called Adam Idah the single biggest catalyst in the double glory. I tell you what, you look at his numbers. I ripped the piss out of him here on this channel when that signing was made. Turns out it's actually been quite good. And there is your final poll results in there. So I thought Sterling was good against Celtic. He was one of the few I'd give pass marks to. I thought he was as well. I mean, he wasn't fantastic, but there's a player there. He won the ball. I have no idea how it was a free kick. Tinted specs. Everyone can admit the ref got it wrong there. You were at the 5-0 game. The only thing I'd say about McGregor is when he plays for Scotland, he doesn't look out of place at international level. He doesn't look out of place, right? But he's noticeably much worse than like a John McGinn. And John McGinn's brilliant, by the way. I mean, if you're worse than John McGinn, I'm not saying that's the end of the world, but, he's better than Kenny McLean. He's better than Stuart Armstrong, but I've buried them as well for years. I've said they've been in the team far too long. Calmac is good, but the narrative in Scotland, he's world class, is wild. Calmac is the only footballer to have 5 trebles, so he's definitely not overrated. Yeah, but depends how people are rating him. It's like James Forrest. Look at how many trophies he's got. And I think Forrest is a decent footballer, but he's not. He doesn't get talked about in the same light as McGregor. I'd be happy for Celtic to spend big in a day. I got to Old Firm match I was at. Old Firm 8, Jambos 0. You were in the way end then, Celtic Park and Ibrox, big man. He was getting stuck in and giving his all, which we needed more of. Yep. If every player gets stuck in and gives their all, you've already done a lot in the match. Adam Idah can get a game for Wolves. Shows how shite our league is. But see, you say he shows how shite our league is. The problem is, I've always said this. I think any striker, right, that comes in and plays for the Old Firm is going to get goals. It's just the way the league is. And yeah, that's a quality thing, absolutely. But it's like Dessers. He's got over 20 goals. He's not even been that good. If you play up front, you're just going to get those goals. Yeah, Dessers got 24. That's super John McGinn. That is super John McGinn. Who's looking forward to the Euros then? Nobody. Or do you want to just talk about transfers? Transfers. Do you want to talk about it? Come on, you'd love to have Calmac. Yo, I would take Calmac, right? I'm not going to pretend I wouldn't. But doesn't, I think he is overrated. Same with Tav. I think Tav for years was overrated. Obviously didn't have the trophies to back it up. McGregor is average. Oh. Must be nutters, you know. Todd Cantwell wants to be Calmac so bad. Todd Cantwell's cringe. I want to win as many trophies as Callum McGregor. Fucking slap the head clean off him for that ridiculous statement. Not a chance will he do it, so he just shut up about it. That's the way to go. Calmac's pocket. Idah and Bernardo are being disciplined by the club having a shot on goal on Saturday. He's no 5 trebles, so you got to give the guy his dues. Calmac would walk into any team in England other than City. Nah, he wouldn't. I don't think he would. I mean, he'd walk into a lot of teams, but not any team. I look at the teams and you look at the top 4, right? Yeah, he wouldn't walk into City's. Would he walk into Arsenal's? I mean, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, they're all better than Callum McGregor. They are better. Liverpool, I mean, McAllister, Gravenberch, who else have they got? I'm sure they've got other players that I just can't think of. My Premier League knowledge has went down the drain, I'll admit it. See, when you used to play FIFA, the Premier League knowledge was up here. Seeing you don't play it, it's in the drain. But, he'd get a game for most Premier League teams. I'm not denying that, but he wouldn't walk into every team bar City. Walk. He's nowhere near Petrov, Lambert, McStay levels anyway, but he's good. Is that controversial, that statement there for Patrick? But if he better players around him, the guy's class. But he does for Scotland, and a goal against Croatia doesn't really justify all the hype. Cantwell's a real embarrassment. Balogun will get injured the first game next season. Why have no big English teams come in from? So why has there been no bids for Callum McGregor in his entire career? Is it because he wouldn't leave, or is it because of what? Will he do a Scott Brown? Will he just play in Scottish football and then leave Celtic and go to like a Hibs for a season, or what will he do? Or will he actually get a go at the big time? McGregor was at Notts County at the same time as Jack Grealish and was rated higher than him. Yeah, but that's a million years ago. You know what I mean? Like 10 years ago, certain players were brilliant, certain players weren't. Scottish football is shite. Rodgers near made a mess of winning. He did, James Toney, because he ain't good enough for the English Prem. He'd be kept quiet. He is good, but he's not as good as everyone makes out. We're not saying he's no good. No, he's a good player, but he's not as good as people make him out to be. A problem for Rangers is Rangers make him look a lot better than what he is, because Rangers don't bother their arse in Old Firm games to mark him. Imagine alternative universe. Celtic are bad, Rangers are good. That was the 90s. Where's Jack Grealish now and where's Callum? True, but again, you can't just be like, 10 years ago when these two were at the same club, that he was doing that and he was doing this. It doesn't really work, doesn't it? No. Ages ago. Rodgers' record against Rangers only good because they were down a hole in his first job. I would agree with that sharp staunch before he came back, because we were down a hole, right? But what about this season? What's the excuse this season? You've even got Cyril Dessers saying the gap's not that big. So if the gap's not that big, why can't we win? Why can't we win 1 out of 5? Can't even win a game out of 5 attempts. Pathetic. Honestly, pathetic. People getting overexcited with their opinions on their own players at times. He looks better because the standard the players around him is not as good as it would be in the EPL, so he stands out more. True. Diamande and Raskin were on top on Saturday. That's true for John, right? When a league's worse, you're going to stand out if you're better. It's like Joe Aribo and Bassey, right? They've left Rangers. They're in the Premier League. Aribo was in the Championship, but he's back up now. Calvin Bassey does not stick out at Fulham like he does at Rangers because the league's just better. And Ajax didn't really work out because Ajax just fell off the boil. It's not really Bassey's fault for that, but it's the way it goes. At the end of the day, even someone like Kieran Tierney, I rate Tierney highly. I do. I rate Tierney way clear of McGregor. But he's injury prone. But it's not like when he's played for Arsenal. Kieran Tierney looks like the best left back in the world. Diamande and Raskin were on top. Were they really? McCrory and goals. What happened to him? I don't know what happened to him. I thought being big Belgian, Phil would get the best out of Raskin. He doesn't seem to rate him. He doesn't. Because the refs are corrupt, mate. It's so obvious. Look at the disallowed goals versus Celtic recently. I know the goals, right, are a bit dodgy. But that doesn't excuse us to lose fucking 4 games, right, and draw 1. The 2 dodgy decisions that went against us, right? There's been a lot of them, right? If you want to say them dodgy, whatever, they beat us 1-0 in both the games. How about we actually score goals, create more chances, defend better when you draw 3 each, or you get beat 2-1 in both games? There's no excuse. I would love to sit here and cry about decisions, but I don't think decisions have fucked Rangers. I think Rangers just being shite is what's done us in. You don't think Rangers midfield in the second were on top Saturday? Raskin, Diamond, they were very good. I think Rangers in the midfield they were very good at turning over the play and then counter attack, but there's just nothing going forward. They kept losing it. I think Raskin, Diamande, Sterling as a base in the middle can maybe do something, but we'll have to wait and see. Parrot out my nut. Raskin. I don't know where the hate for Callum is coming from. Rangers fans would love to have him. No, he's Celtic captain, right? So I'm not going to like him or love him. Obviously not, but I think he's overrated. because I think he's overrated because people think he's world class. He's not world class. He's like a 7 out of 10. That's what he is. You sound like me in the 90s, Sharpie. I agree with that, Sharpie. Should get neutral referees in for, but then they have to. But then I don't know how's that going to work. I think it's pathetic though when you actually feel you need to get to a stage where that happens. They have stole our paranoia, Pat. Paranoia's been stole. Anyway, talking for 40 minutes, 97 viewers, 12 likes. Get the likes up, hit the like button. I know you can also exactly, Andy. Hit the fucking like button. Hit the like button. I think there's been 13. And if anybody wants to send a super chat, we greatly appreciate it. I mean, I've pretty much read every comment here, as I always do. You know? But here, I ain't gonna beg now. William White liked. Walter White, you're goddamn right. Let's see, Celtic are a good bit ahead of Rangers. You needed to be clear it. Then time for a team to bond. We are winning the next few years. Boom. Tell you what, Fog Football yesterday, best ever day. Best ever day in terms of views and watch minutes. So there's progress there. There's definite progress there. And there's a lot of super chats yesterday, so greatly appreciate it. It's a shame it came at the expense of Rangers playing pish, but here, you know, I believe our time will come, and hopefully I'll be alive to see it. Being 23, there's a lot of years to go. All right, so appreciate everybody liking it, and we'll probably go to the hour mark today. It'd be great to get a couple of super chats in there before the hour mark, wouldn't it? Oh, that'd be brilliant. I can eat my dinner a happy man. Rangers, a couple of defenders and a good strike away for a league title. Yep. You know, it all depends on the signings. I can sit here and talk shite, but they need to do it in the boardroom. They need to do it in the window. I mean, it's weird, but as we sit here on the 27th of May, I'm buzzing for the start of next season. I wish we could just skip to it right now and see who we've brought in. But time doesn't work like that. As Rocky Balboa said, time is undefeated. You can't negotiate with a guy. Unless you take Night Nurse, then you can maybe do it. You're doing very well, Stevie Boy. Calm down, like legend, mate. Oh, I know we have a couple of core winners. No, Celtic do have core winners. They do. The best they, because of what's that German word for taking pleasure in others' misery? My German's mince, so I wouldn't. Nine Vater. That means no father. Why does he know that in German? I don't know. I was playing PUBG actually with a German guy about 6 years ago, and he was screaming that down the mic. And I googled it, and I was like, "What the fuck's that all about? What's going on in your house?" Scandin den Frodden. Same here, mate. Let's fast forward the new season. Absolutely, but we can't. If I could build a time machine, I would definitely change a few more things and just get to the start of next season. Rangers need centre back after 2 mids, a right winger, forward. We can afford a clear out. Could be big changes at both clubs. More 9 Vater. Aye. Does that mean no father? I think so. We aren't far behind Celtic. We'd be better side without the old guard, but it's getting rid of them. It's getting rid of the old guard. I see if I see Ryan Jack re-signed, man, or Lundstrom, or Goldson staying, I'll be depressed. All I can hope for is that the first game of next season is how great would it be lining up with no Tav, Goldson, Lundstrom in the starting 11, man. Make my day. Taking pleasure in others' misfortune, but in German. Schadenfreude. All the ones that are contract will be away. No, they will be away. Have faith in that. With John Lundstrom, though, I don't know. I won't be over it. The players Celtic need to get rid of aren't follow the first team. We need 5 or 6 additions around 15. Right, I'm away to walk the dog and a big joint on this lovely bank holiday. Cheerio, troops. Cheerio, Sharpie, staunch. Yeah, bank holiday doesn't feel like a bank holiday. Don't know what bank holiday feels like, to be honest. Raskin push, tried to take out Bernardo, yet he's one of the best players. Yo, Raskin pretty much cost us 2 goals, but I think for the most part he played alright. Bottom will be sold in the summer. Wants to go back down south. we've got a good base to start with. When there's additions coming, 9 farther is a bastard. Is it? See, I don't know. I thought when I googled it, it said no father, but this is 6 years ago. The club will move on. Goldson and Tav's got. I hope Lawrence goes. Lawrence is so. I've actually forgot about Lawrence the past week. He's not really featured, but the guy is pathetic. Scott Wright's twending. Probably get that out. Twending. He's twending. Not football related, but Esteban Ocon to be dropped for the Canadian Grand Prix. He took out his teammate yesterday. Bit of talk Celtic wants Butland through. Tyler Bear hug to push Raskin into heart. How's that miss? Probably his German language is the closest to English. Is it? See, German, you're kind of right, because like the translation for like literal words, like meanings, is in the words for a lot of German words. Lawrence was done before he came to Rangers, hence no championship club took him. Rangers need rid of the negative mindset that core players have developed with these defeats against Celtic. It must play on their minds every time. Can we do a photo who's the biggest schlong between Brendan and Clement? I mean, if you want that photo, Rab, I'll make it happen right now. Who's bigger? Clement. Now, obviously, Clement is literally bigger, right? But let's, we all know what we're talking about here. Brendan Rodgers. There you go. Don't say I don't put a poll up for you. Now, if anyone wants other polls, put up Clement by 2 feet. I don't think we're talking about that, though. I mean, if he's beating him by 2 feet in that department, then what's he doing? That's why Rangers will be a different prospect next season. Losing mentality will be abolished. Will it, though? Will it? I mean, you need rid of everyone for that. Scales for your 4-year deal, terrible. He's not good enough for Europe hit. No, I think Scales gets treated pretty unfairly. I'm not saying the guy's brilliant, but he's actually been all right, to be honest. Well, at least I think he has. What's my opinion? But Liam Scales means nothing. Just watch repeats of old Whitehorse and Pitt. Yeah, James Tony, I said that a couple of minutes ago about 6 editions. We've got a wee rainbow flag in there for Michael Kelly. What community are you in? Defo is a wee Tadger. Runs in the Irish blood. Matt Gunner, that could trigger a few people. Clement now knows the Scottish game. Shall get better given time. I'm a Celtic fan telling facts, and I voted for Clement. So Rogers is actually winning this poll, funny enough. He's winning the poll. Gareth Bale wants to see VAR gone, hopefully. Rangers have got the highest wage bill in the league. That's no good enough, man. Fucking meh. Yeah, I mean, some people are taking the translation that we're with the Butland. Balogun's re-signed is that we are skint. I could see that. I could maybe see that. People are trying to say the Union Bears were terrorising Glasgow city centre. He's winning the poll. Haha, the poll. I like that. Matt Gunner projecting. Rogers aids in keeping Irish players who are not good. Desmond even gave McCarthy a 4-year deal a while back. Recall. You're right, though. It's like, go sign ones that are good. Like, Idah is 23. He's got a future. Scales, I think, is all right. Decent squad player. But James McCarthy, I do not know what they were thinking of there. Clubs in England are having a vote and getting rid of Fart. They are. Will it go ahead, though? I'm not too convinced. Matt Gunn. Right, so we're going to go to the hour mark. That's about, 11 minutes away? 10 and a half minutes away. So, Clement is edging. He's edging here. He's trying to get back in front of Rogers. Rogers has got the Gucci belt off. No, I agree with that. Smell the glove, said we, and then retracted it. He retracted it. I'm a Celtic fan. But I can tell Clement has a belter, 8 inches at least. Okay. Scales is okay for SPL, but not in Europe. Yeah. Clement would be the docker. The Onion Bell should not have turned up at Glasgow Green, not an empty pub. 8 inches for Clement. I did not think this transfer video would go that direction, but it has. People hate far, but also hate what's wrong. With it far, there'll be more wrong calls again. James Tony, I would worry about your own team's rebuild. Skeletor, big 8-foot-inch bony cock from Big Skeletor. 21 likes for that. That's what I'm talking about. That's brilliant. You were basically saying this morning that's Rangers basically in the Champions League because of qualifying season. Here, it's very favourable. The teams in there aren't that good. Obviously, you've got to go and. Well, I say they're not that good. Like we said, I think Rangers, if they get a good window together, Rangers are favourites to get into the Champions League out of all those teams. You know, I think there are teams like Lille. I mean, Lille are decent. I'm not going to bash Lille, but the rest of them, like Salzburg and Dynamo Kiev, I fancy Rangers, man. I do. Clement, he gets it right at Ibrox. Right now, you would have half a chance right now, but I think with the transfer window under our belt, hopefully a good pre-season, I'm expecting Rangers to make headway and get into that Champions League. You know, the teams are definitely easier than PSV. So we'll have to wait and see. How long after Farr got rid of will people be saying that goal would have stood with Farr, want it back? It's the same, but here it swings and roundabouts because you've got that exact logic with Farr. How does TikTok talk? But see, no, the thing is, right? See, if you take away Farr and that Rangers goal on Saturday stands, not many Celtic fans are complaining because everyone knows it was soft. You know what I mean? There's nothing really in it. But with Farr, they inspect everything. They get the magnifying glass out. Boom. How does TikTok Todd survive after that shove with Clementine? I don't think he does survive. I've already made a video about that. I think Todd Cantwell has played his last football match. Rodgers done walking away, never forgot halfway through an important season when sacked at Leicester. Then Desmond goes back for him, not good enough. Irish within Celtic Park today. Yep, and they went for Lennon as well. They do like a wee Irish, don't they? Not all contact is push. Absolutely. It was very soft, but don't give Farr the chance. We are terrible against French teams. That is true. That is very true. I mean, we did go away to Lyon and draw not too long ago. Scott Wright got the goal. What's that about? Fucking Scott Wright. No time for Neil Lennon. Celtic would have came back and won anyway. Yeah, it's if buts, maybes, man. Lundstrom will also have escaped the red card. Rangers would have lost 3-3 all game at home without a dodgy Farr pen call. The whole league would have been over without Farr. I'm sure Clement will be fine, but I'm just saying Celtic need a rebuild too, because let's be honest, they're not great. You have an awful window last year, and the first team isn't great. So both teams need a rebuild. Soft but illegal, Stevie. Every footballer knows the keepers are. Yeah, that's what I said though. The keepers are protected. He does that in an outfield player. That's why when people are like highlighting like Greg Taylor's grabbing Raskin and Carter Ficker's got him and Scales has got him, it's the goalies that are protected. All right, the goalies have always been. It's pathetic, and it's not just a Celtic Rangers thing. It's a world football thing. It's pathetic. Joe Hart, see, as soon as Joe Hart feels that, he knows he can fucking fling himself, right? Sure. Look what happened with the McTominay goal against Spain. Even all that, man, it's a load of shite, isn't it? Brutal assault by the wee Amish guy asking. Another handball decision goes Rangers' way. Yeah, Celtic didn't get a penalty for that. If that went too far, could he have overturned it? Probably not. It's a foul. I would want it at the Rangers' end. Well, see, there you go. See, I would want it at the Rangers' end, but I would still admit it's soft. Celtic rubbish in Europe. Full stop. Sorry, past 20 years. Celtic have been rubbish. Anyway, we've got over 5 minutes to go, troops. So, any super chats, get them fired in. Nothing makes my day more when I see that blue, gold, red, whatever colour it is, appear, and you know that's going towards a bet. Look at the state of Idah in Europe. He runs about like a headless chicken. He does. Tight Celtic board won't spend decent now. Yo, hard, boiled, soft, scrambled. It's still a penalty according to Chris Boyd, isn't it? Celtic did get 4 points in their group. They did. But it's a group you'd expect Celtic to do something in, man. You know, and they could have got more points. I'll admit that. They probably should have beat Lazio as well at home, but they didn't. So, you know, move on. What will they do next year? I'm looking forward to the Champions League. Even if Rangers don't get in it, I still think there's a lot of intrigue around next season's Champions League with a new format. How it works. Well, I know how it works, but actually seeing it and seeing it in emotion. Raskin was at fault. He knows keepers are protected better than Islamists in Britain. That's a bold statement there for Billy, but yeah, you're right. Goalies are very protected. You know, may as well give Joe Hart a council house and free benefits while we're at it. Penn and Celtic end at bottom and well beat in Madrid 6-0. They did. They get scudded. We're doing the 9 men though. Our home games were closed in Europe. How's the treble going? It's a quad, mate. Celtic fans want Celtic to spend big. It won't happen because top players don't come to Scotland. It's all about picking up cheap jet. Yeah, right. Celtic want to spend big, but you don't need to spend like £220 million signings. Celtic could spend big by signing like 10, £7 million signings. You know? Respect your channel, mate. No a happy clapper who only posts when it suits like Steely. What's your thoughts on him? A fanny of the highest fucking order. That's my thoughts on Steely. All right, I will post rain, sun, or shite. I never noticed, to be honest, that he didn't post when Rangers get beat, but it's like Rangers go top of the league, man, and I get it. There's nothing wrong with winding the other opposition up, but he's just a fucking moonbeam. I'm sorry, he is. Saying like predicting Celtic to finish like fourth in the league and third and shit like that. It's like, I hate that. It's fucking. I mean, if you genuinely think it, that's one thing, but I don't know. I think it's delusion. He is a clown. It's the 14th of June. The window opens. Is it? I don't know when the transfer window opens. I know that's when the Euros begins, though. Transfer window opens. The 1st of July? The 1st of July? That seems far too long ago. 1st of June, that sounds more right, doesn't it? I think the rest of the European leagues are 1st of July. Steely is a clown. Rangers got the treble. What was that again? Skull Cup, Morale Cup, end up. What's for dinner, lads? What's for dinner? Get it in the chat, everybody. What's for dinner? Well, I'm sure Rangers were the worst team ever to enter the Champions League. 7-1 at home to. Yo, I'm not going to defend that Champions League campaign. You know, playing with James Sands and Leon King at the back does wonders for your mental health. 1st of June, people like him get another ribbing. Rangers need to get a grip of the wage bill. Too many players picking up massive wages they don't deserve. Celtic of 150 million by the time Champions League begins. 14th of June, okay, that's fair enough. 14th of June. It's weird that it begins the same day as the Euros. But here, I'm not complaining. That's more excitement off of the one day. We beef stew for Matt Gunner. What's everybody else having? I don't even know what I'm having. I've already had 2 Greg sausage rolls today, so I don't think it'll be another. Right, so who wants me to go longer than an hour? Who wants us to go longer than an hour? We're approaching the hour mark. 86 people are watching. What's for dinner? Todd Cantwell is like eating chicken wings. Agreed, James Tony. Watched back through his videos for last season. It was the same shite as now. No, Steely is a clown. He is. Some people, oh, you can't say that about your fellow supporter. Ah, you can, man. You get arseholes in every support, and maybe the guy's not personally an arsehole, but he gets on like a fud. He does. Chicken pakora, pizza, and chili sauce. Pat Sanders, that's the thing. 12, 10 million players go to better leagues, mate, with high wages. It's not going to happen. Yeah, probably won't happen. But Celtic did sign Edouard for 12 million. You know, it can be done. I think if Rangers and Celtic are going to sign players for 12, I mean, are Rangers going to sign anybody for 12 million? Let's just speak theoretically. It's going to be a youngster. It's not going to be someone proven for 12 million, is what I would say. 86 people watching. Is there any breaking news? Shushburgers for Todd. That video really did well yesterday, over 20,000 views. I'm not really surprised. To be honest, American down, 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 down. Why is he sending me a screenshot of his bet? That does nothing for me. Humble pie. Was it 9 million for Edouard? All right, my bad. But still, 9 million is still a lot of money, isn't it? 9 million still a lot of money for the Ouija's Edinburgh. Aldrich's Capital Bonnie Scotland, and all shall be give the Capital Scotland the Guard of Honour. Pat, you're getting stuck in, aren't you? You're wasting no time whatsoever there. Stay signed in. Yes, I've already. What's that going on? What's that then? Let's put up a poll. What's better? What's better? Be interesting to see what wins this. Go for it, mate. Rangers aren't going to sign anyone for 12 million. They don't have 12 quid, never mind 12 million. We can dream. Martin Luther King had a dream, so why can't Big Stevie Cool dream that his team's going to spend more than 12 quid? All right? Don't worry, boys. Like Clint says, Rangers won on the Instagram story, so they were the better team. Exactly. See, Craig gets it. All right? Craig fucking gets it. We won on Instagram. People of Celtic said we were the better team, so we've won a quadruple this season. Benfica said on Twitter that we were the better team. We actually won that tie, and we smoked Bayer Leverkusen in the final. So, yeah, can't complain with it. So, what's this poll doing? 16 votes, so Glasgow's beating Edinburgh. Here, obviously Edinburgh's the more touristy city, but I think Glasgow's a cool action scene. You know what I mean? I think Glasgow's a cool action scene. You know what I mean? Who are you going for the Euros, Stevie? To win it? Should I go with my head or should I go with my heart? We're not winning it. I'll put that out there. England won't win it because they've got Southgate in charge. See if they had a decent manager the past 6 years, man. I'd be bricking it. But it all depends, right? Obviously, we're nowhere near favourites for it. But I think if Clark can get us performing like we were before that run of friendly games, it was awful. There's no reason why we can't do something. Get the groups at least for a start. If you got a favourable run, there's no reason why this team couldn't attempt to do something. Do you think we'll even get our group? Yeah, I'm not too convinced we'll get our group. Again, I don't think if we lose to Germany, it's a disaster. It's in Germany. Germany are a brilliant team. But at the end of the day, if we get beat by Germany, there's no reason for the players to drop the head. There's no reason. Switzerland, Hungary, 2 very winnable games. There's way worse groups to have in there. But who do I think will win it? I don't even know. I'm actually going to go with Portugal. I don't know why. I'm going to go with Portugal. I think Portugal are going to win it, and there's going to be a lot of drama with Ronaldo barely getting played, and he's going to throw the tile in. There you go. That's a weird prediction, But I was thinking of that the other day. It's like, he got picked. He's 39. There's no way he's going to start every game. I think he's going to spit the dummy. Hungary are dangerous. No, Hungary are a good team. You look at them and you think, Hungary team's pretty shite, but they're not. They're good. But I still think, that we should be picking up something. If we got a result against Germany, I think you're halfway there. Imagine you beat Germany. Right, let's calm it down. Let's calm it down. If we beat Germany, fucking reel it in there. Reel it in. Germany 2 years ago, we would have had them, but now, yeah, Germany 2 years ago were a lot worse. Rab says, anywhere that people say Ken is gay. Big Rab spoken. Who's going to take that? Who says Ken? Ken I know. Ken I know, big man. Right, we shout out for Josh Rock winning the Dutch Open. Yeah, Josh Rock's a decent darts player, isn't he? Kind of forgotten about, though. See Luke Littler. See the gimmick that like people have with him on Twitter. It's cringe. I mean, it's a 17-year-old kid. Yes, he's doing well. Yes, he's a fantastic darts player. The guy has no personality or charisma. He plays pro clubs. He eats kebabs. Sums up every teenager. Literally does. I don't know what the obsession with the guy is. I mean, it's weird. Euros France, but England have a chance. We have no chance. You've always got a chance, don't you? Hungary, Switzerland are the only base countries left in Western Europe. Come on, lads. Can he beat some base countries? It wasn't that long ago. Yeah, Hungary smoked England. Serbia, every Scot says Ken. Germans have popped up in the European finals this season. I think they'll go close. What do you say? No? Ken? No, I know. Ken? Aye. Ken? Fucking hour and 7 minutes, man. I've been sitting here talking shite. Any final questions for to wrap this up, everybody? It's time. It's dinner time. It's dinner time. It's dinner time. It's dinner time as Glasgow's beating Edinburgh. See, I think the thing about Edinburgh is most people don't like the people in Edinburgh. And that's probably the factor here. Someone said Glasgow's got better shops. So everybody's got different voices of reasoning. England have a chance of winning Euros. We have zero chance. Scotland is not a good team, even though Ireland won first and they are rank. You're right, Pat. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, if we can regain our form of like a year ago, then potentially. But the past year has been awful from Scotland's point of view. Losing, you're right. Northern Ireland are they are fucking wank. I'm sorry, they are. We get scudded pretty much in every game, scraping draws against Georgia, throwing away games against Denmark. All right, I'll put one up against. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, as someone that's lived in Glasgow and Belfast, I'll put the poll up anyway. What's better, Glasgow or Belfast? I always like when what's his name? Oh, what's his name? The comedian. Fucking comedian. The comedian that says about, it's a bit of a 2-horse race up there. He's like, I lost a fucking horse. Him. What's his fucking name? I forget. What's his name? Oh, what's his name? I can't fucking remember his name. Best part of Edinburgh, the M8 take Glasgow. Kevin Bridges, I fucking go. When he was comparing Glasgow and Belfast, I thought it was brilliant. It's like, so he left a city full of religious intolerance and went to Glasgow from Belfast with shitey weather. That was very good. I liked that. So Glasgow's smoking Belfast. Edinburgh has a castle. Glasgow has a brazen heat. I'm not interested in castles. Both them cities are shiteholes, especially Belfast. So what colour are you? Blue or green? Kevin Tunnels. Well, as someone that has done CJNI East Belfast, as someone that's done the post around East Belfast, some of East Belfast is alright, some of it's shite. But that's like everywhere, man. Every city's like that. You're going to have your nice parts and your shite parts. But Belfast, I'd say East is narrowly better than West. Belfast, nicer place to live. See, I've lived here in Belfast for a decent long time, and I can't be arsed anymore, and I want to go back. Edinburgh's a million hills. The 1 o'clock gun, different in Glasgow where the gun goes off. Being Celtic pub in East Belfast, closed nowadays, likes. Where was that, Pat? I must have been in the Short Strand, because where else are you fucking going to a Celtic pub in East Belfast, by the way? Come on. South is God's country. South Belfast. Sandy Row. William, Sandy Row, anybody? North Belfast a bit shite. But see, saying that, I've never had any trouble. We're talking about Edinburgh, Glasgow, Belfast. I've never had any trouble. I know a lot of people will have had trouble, but so Belfast is the worst shithole. I've been all over. No time for idiots. Ask your religion. That is true. That does happen. It doesn't really happen anymore, but you're right there. Newry is my peaceful place. Amsterdam or Rotterdam, you're full of shite. We're getting a wee bit thing here, but I prefer Glasgow than Belfast. I don't know. Belfast a bit deed. East is a loyalist shithole with red, white, and blue everywhere and paramilitary dug. Yeah, that's a true statement, Michael. No, not exactly, Pat. It happens both, but as someone who currently resides in East Belfast, Michael Kelly's comment there is, but it's the same in West as well. It's the same fucking. What's the point of this call? I don't really know what the point. It was supposed to be transfer talk, but people were talking about cities, and I thought, you know what? Let's put a poll up. And someone asked for the poll. William White wanted the poll up. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But I thought, as someone that's lived in both, it makes a good sense to voice up. I'm in both quite a lot, so I thought, you know what? It makes sense to talk about it. I do prefer Glasgow. It does, Michael. Come on, and I'm not just I know West is majority nationalist, but I was referring to the Shankle as well, and I know for a fact that is the exact same. So let's not pretend that Big Stevie doesn't know what he's on about. You will lose in that debate. Milan or Madrid, being both. I would pick Madrid. I think Milan's a shithole these days, like every major European city. You look littler thing will all end in tears in a hurry. It probably will. Anyway, guys, I mean, that is an hour. An hour 15 here. An hour 15. Anyway, Glasgow has beat Belfast in the poll. Glasgow beat Edinburgh. Is there any city that's going to beat? Edinburgh's the best looking city by country. It is. Edinburgh is. I just think some people, the people in Edinburgh, not that the people everywhere else are fantastic. Nicer looking birds in Belfast, some amount of munters in Glasgow, but that's everywhere, Rab. Come on. That's everywhere. You're going to get munters everywhere. As someone who's been out in both, I couldn't actually tell you. Differentiate between the two. Honestly. I love the fact that most kids aren't giving a shit anymore and loving each other. It's a shame the governments from both sides don't love the kids, says Big Red. Yeah, I mean, it's 2024. Most people forgot about it, to be fair. It's awful looking, says CJ. What are you referring to, East or the city as a whole, Michael Kelly? More teeth in Belfast? Working class Republican areas are better to live in because of the loyalist bully boys. Nah, Michael. No, I've delivered in West. See like Lenadoon and other places like that, man. Falls Road. That they are fucking shitholes, son. So let's. I'm not saying everything in East is brilliant, but come on. Talking to a qualified postman here that knows areas off by heart. They are diddy areas. No good areas anyway. Overall, most cities are shite. I think we can agree on that. Anyway, guys, till next time, that's where we're going to leave this. This has been fun. I enjoyed it. Long ass stream. We'll be back later with some more content. Till next time, though. Peace.